servant of the goddess Hylia, joined Link, and together they drove away the Dragon Knight Olga. But despite the victory, Girahim managed to slip away in the chaos. Hoping to destroy Girahim and close the Gate of Souls, Link followed Fi's advice and hurried to the sealed grounds. The Hyrulean army advanced quickly in order to catch up to their quarry. And that was when Girahim sprang his trap. Fi, a servant of the goddess Hylia, joined Link, and together they drove away the Dragon Knight Olga. But
as his content, that's why he gets no money.
It's like, I don't understand, it's just so backwards, the mentality.
Yeah.
It used to be the motherfuckers did content for nothing.
Yeah.
You did content for nothing for years, because you were passionate. Years and years and years and years.
10 years, not a penny.
For me, it was only 4 years, you know, and then I gave up.
But yeah, the weird thing with Ralph, too, is, like, he saw this.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that's actually made by one of the founders of Honey, and it basically
We're like reading out Bible verses with changing them to Ralph? Like, they're so funny.
And to Shocker with a sub as well.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing with, like, Ralph, he'll be like 2 hours in and be like, I don't know what we're doing today. It's like, figure it out.
Well, instead of doing content to get donations, he begs for donations as his content. That's why he gets no money.
It's like, I don't understand, it's just so backwards, the mentality.
Yeah.
It used to be the motherfuckers did content for nothing.
Yeah.
You did content for nothing for years, because you were passionate. Years and years and years and years.
10 years, not a penny.
For me, it was only 4 years, you know, and then I gave up.
But yeah, the weird thing with Ralph, too, is, like, he saw this happen with Tonka. He should know better. He saw, like, the switch that went from when Tonka was making, like, crazy. You remember, Andy, when Tonka would make, crazy money?
Yeah.
And then the show became about Tonka being upset, and he made no money.
There's so many case studies.
Yeah.
And people still make this mistake.
Well, and also, too, when I was, like, I'd help out Ralph here and there on his show, I was the one on Twisted Minds who started the goal. And then one day he started the goal, and then I would do like handstands or drink or whatever, and he'd be like, I'm gonna wear a do-rag for 500 or whatever, right? Then I moved myself from midnight to fucking 2 or 3 p.m. And then he started Tequila Sunrise. Like, he would always just copy and like try to like overtake me because he was jealous about the money I was making through ideas. And now,
well, and it always floored me too. Like he talks about being the king of the sector, but Ralph got out of jail right when Taco was doing a morning show and you were doing your evening shit.
Yeah.
You two were already established doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, honestly, Worski and Tonka basically made Ralph's career.
Yeah.
Is
One brought him
in
up
you
Worski
as well,
line,
Jim.
right?
Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Medicare appearing on this fucking Ralph retort, like nobody would ever give it a fuck about it.
That was the episode with Fuentes and who was his partner that he gutted in the back because of their computer?
Also, I think James
Also,
also.
yeah.
Alsop, yeah.
Yeah, it was Fuentes and Alsop came on together to laugh at Baked Alaska.
Yes. No, but I brought on Ralph, remember? And no one knew of him. And then him and JF got into a fight. And I actually backed Ralph. I'm like, he seems alright. JF was all pissed off and shit, too.
And he is a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. A
You know how
box life.
crazy it is, the amount of people from the sector that have made international news with, like, Coach Redpill dying in Ukraine, JF on a manhunt for his wife,
Yeah.
Fuentes involved with January 6th. It's fucking insane.
And
And
Nick,
the sector is really punching above its weight.
It
It really is, because it should just be fucking nothing, but somehow the craziest shit happens with the cast of
Oh my god,
characters.
yeah, Sargon with his political career.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sargon,
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, yeah.
Sargon getting the fish thrown at him, the rotten fish, the
Being
milkshakes.
in the first DAZN boxing pay-per-view.
Yeah, you remember? Yeah.
Like, literally, like, the sector has
Yeah, weren't
actually...
you were at the fucking O2 Arena, weren't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
there was
man.
Isn't it
20,000.
the biggest fucking one in London?
Yeah.
Well, it's the biggest indoor one. There was 20,000 people
Yeah.
there, sold out.
Oh, my God.
It was crazy. Like Sam Hyde
Yeah,
was
like the
there,
5-star
KSI.
fucking hotel. Like,
Oh my
I
god, yeah,
swear.
fucking Milo with all the shit with Kanye. Like, yeah, everybody
The
that's
Kanye
touched,
Western.
yeah, the sector it's just fucking surreal.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And then I remember that fucking day. I woke up and I see my Twitter. I see Nick Fuentes and Kanye. And I'm on Discord with my friends. And they're like, and did we lose?
Did we lose?
And
And it's
then
like,
it
yeah,
all
I'm
fell
like,
apart.
give it a couple weeks. They sent in the clowns. That Alex Jones Kanye appearance was one of the most surreal fucking, like, fever
Yeah, it was.
dreams that's ever been dreamt ever.
Yeah.
It was so fucking. He's got the net, and he's got the thing of Yoo-hoo, and he's like, net Yahoo!
It was bad. It was bad for trusting me. Okay. I had no idea your voice is gonna sound like that, Netanyahu.
It's like, who comes up with like a 5-year-old or
And
something?
they
Like,
cut the commercial and he goes, I like Hitler. And we're like, did he just say I like Hitler? What
Alex
the fuck?
Jones like, shut it down, go to the sponsor, go to the sponsor. He's like denying the Holocaust. Alex is like, chill the boner pills. He's just fucking sweating it, you know?
Ali Akbar sitting in Alex Jones's chair.
It aged
Yeah.
so
I
poorly.
was like, what is going on, man? And then you have Jimmy Kimmel talking about Baked Alaska.
Talking about Nick Fuentes,
I thought I was
too.
hallucinating.
Jimmy Kimmel's doing the monologue with Nick Fuentes having sex with women is gay.
He's doing our bit on his show. I'm like, what the fuck? Man, it's been surreal. The sector really did. But the sector has, like, after all this, it's like, unraveled.
Well, there hasn't been very many good endings. Hopefully we get the good ending. We probably
I know.
won't, but you know,
I'm really trying to.
we're trying to get the good ending.
You
But you know,
I've watched you guys grow your show. You make a lot of money. If you're smart, you save it up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Canadian real estate's insane. I'd suggest moving to the U.S., but you probably could both get houses in the next year or two if you save a lot.
Oh, yeah.
well, if we
Well,
try,
good
but
game,
you
good
know,
game.
we'll see. But whenever you come around, there's like a quick downfall after. You know, so I always like.
I've come to eat your soul so I can
Yeah,
live another year.
yeah. Every time like Jim comes around, it's like within a 6-month period there will be a downfall for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So I'm just hoping that this time, like, please
Honestly,
God, let
dude.
it not happen.
I'll say this, even the first year we were sporadic with our show, like, we just realized it's consistency. Don't get into shit, like, don't stay off Discord DMs, first of all.
Yeah.
And just do a show and, like, just work, right? Every time I had my downfalls, it was like my show would get big and then I would start drinking and stuff stop working. I took it for granted. And now I'm not. Now it's like,
Well,
sport.
I think kick is like a big factor in this. Like you know, I know people talk about like the gambling stuff, but I get a feeling kick won't go under like Streamy did or a few of the others did.
No,
like
honey,
I can
because-
picture being around for years.
Well, because they have stake.
Stake.
So
Right.
there's gambling addicts like Bossman Jack just feeding their life savings into it every.
Which is highly entertaining. Yeah.
You've been watching Boss Fan, have you?
Oh my God.
He's.
Are you kidding me? Did you know how many like YouTubers are already catching on to him? Because I've seen like 42 fucking documentaries about Bossman.
Yeah.
All the clip channels. There's like 20 different clip channels going now.
We watch, what's it called? A
Bossman Crack. There's
Crack.
Lossman Jack.
So yesterday,
Black
I
Man Jack.
watched one of his clips. I swear, dude. You see him coded 9,000. Yeah. You see him play dice or what's the other thing?
Limbo. He
And
went from
loses it.
like 9,000 to 4,000 in like 10 seconds, and then back up to 8,000, and then down to $1,000, and then back to 4. And
Yeah, I can't gamble like that. Would just destroy my nerves. I couldn't do that.
It hurts me, and I'm just a
well,
watcher.
it's because he only lives like within the present moment. He never contemplates like what the future will be like. For him, the only thing that matters is the gambling.
Yeah.
And so it's a rare type. Well, it's not actually that rare. Las Vegas is filled with all of them.
Yeah.
It's like a whole city
But we get
built
to sit
on
there
it.
and watch it.
Yeah, but you're getting to watch like a real degenerate gambler, the real depths of the addiction, like just destroy his life. And it's
It's rare in the fact that he's supported. Like
Yes.
most degenerate gamblers would be in the gutter by now, but he's got like such a fan base, they want to watch it continue.
well, and his parents just float him,
Yeah.
right? So he doesn't have to worry about his
And he's
bills.
sponsored too.
He's sponsored. They give him, I think, $500 a day to gamble,
You know, here's $500 a day.
and he loses every day the $500.
Now that's through stake, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's through stake.
Probably smartest stakes ever done. Talk about, you know, you've got a guy that loves to gamble. Everybody loves to watch him lose his shit. I'd give him $1,000, $2,000 every day. Let him go fucking crazy.
Yes, he'll give it back. It's
He'll absolutely give it back, and people will watch him. Yeah.
now the problem with him is the taxes are going to get him eventually because
He has
every
no comprehension of what's coming for that.
no.
Because every dollar earned or like made withdrew is
Well, no,
income.
every dollar they send him in crypto on stake, like his income.
Yeah.
And so all this money he's getting is like all being gambled away without paying a penny of tax.
You know what I want to see? I want to see him. I want to see him win big finally, like a huge jackpot, and then I want to see all those people he owes gold to and RuneScape come to collect.
Yeah.
Well, he's won. I think the most he's won is 30 grand at a time, and you know he won. I think it was like not even like a month ago. He won 30 grand on Plinko, and he was like, "I'm gonna get my Honda Civic." The big thing with him is whether he's going to be able to buy a Honda Civic or not.
But he had the one ball, it was 500, or yeah, 500
1,000 times on
and
it.
it hit the 1,000 times, and we're like, oh my god!
And within 3 days, it was all gone. All gone.
All of it.
All of it.
Get
He
enough
did-
to
he
buy a
did-
car, straight up.
Yeah.
I don't gamble like that, but I like watching it. Like that stake really should promote this.
Yeah.
Should promote this and more like him.
And
Yes.
he fucking, well, you know, he finally, though, he saved up. So for the longest time, he was smoking his weed out of an apple
Yeah.
because he didn't even have the money for a bong or a pipe.
To buy like a bunches of
He
apples.
finally yesterday got a bong, and now he's able to smoke his weed out of the bong.
A
And
$600 ball.
he has his door, so he destroyed his door.
Yeah.
Like when he,
Yeah, but how long is that bong gonna last? We all know that thing is gonna get whipped against the wall.
I know.
Yeah.
he bought like the most indestructible bong he could get with like the thickest glass, but it's
Titanium.
But it's still glass, you know? It's gonna shatter if you fucking
But it's
whip it
thick
at the
glass,
wall.
like, you
It's
know.
thick glass.
You
But,
drop it, bouncing. You know?
oh.
I think the Kick is doing it like they are the best. They allow a lot of stuff, right? Obviously hard on
Well, I
stuff.
think they allow like what's reasonable.
Reasonable.
I think they allow what's reasonable, and
Well,
sometimes
yeah, nobody's flashing guns or doing drugs. What, you got a guy gambling, but like the reality is,
Yeah.
CSGO gambling streams were huge before they got shut down, and they got shut down because kids could do it.
Yeah.
With stake, kids can't really do it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So the only risk is a degenerate losing all his money. But
Yeah.
you know, that's the risk. And if Steak is paying him money to do this, more power to him. I'll watch it. It's fun as shit to watch.
Some of the IRL stuff sometimes pushes the boundaries, like when Zerka was fighting that guy in the street.
Yeah, Zerk's a wild card.
That was pretty wild. But you know what? They've been pretty like relaxed with the TOS. They've been, but I
Feel
think
bad
it's
for a
reasonable.
week if it's really bad.
Yes.
Feel bad for a week.
That's also what convinces me that Kick is superior to Rumble and that the numbers are more real. Is they're looser with their TOS because they can afford to be because they have an audience.
Yeah.
Rumble's more restrictive because they know real people aren't been watching.
Yeah, you know, that's actually true.
I don't know. Rumble, it's just like a sham, and I don't know if they'll ever be profitable. I really think that Kick has an opportunity to disrupt Twitch. I really think so, because Twitch is just such a bad deal for the creator. Like, getting like 50-50 deals, 70-30.
You're like at the top, like 200. By the way, all the Twitch people will always shit on Kick and be like, it's degenerate, right, to shame people on Kick. Or then you like look at what's happening over on Twitch and you're like, you're showing titties to kids. Remember when it was like for one day, but nudity was allowed?
Well, but Kick never tries to pretend like Twitch that they're for kids.
Exactly.
Like Kick has like the 18+ tags and stuff like that. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it develops. I hope it's not another flash in the pan like D-Live was.
I don't think so, because like even looking, like I've got your stream up so I can read chat and stuff, but even looking just like on the left hand side under recommended, you've got like streams that like they'll highlight one that's got like a dude that's got 17 people watching playing Fortnite, and then another one that's got 7,600 people watching, and then it's everything in between. It's too many fucking people. It's bigger than I ever saw D-Live get. It's bigger than the stream you ever got. It sure looks more real than Rumble ever did.
Yeah, well, it's not just reliant on, like, politics. Like, D-Live, it was all just, like, dissident rights streamers went over there. That's all it was. Whereas Kick has gaming, it has the hot tub streams, it has the gambling streams, it has shows like our show, So it has, a wide variety of content. It has IRL. It has everything. So it's not just, okay, this is the site that, like, Nazis go, when they get kicked off from everything. And so it has a real chance, and it has people with money behind it, and they seem to be pretty reasonable and fair with everything, at least right now. And it's really the best deal for creators. They let you keep 95% of the subs. 95%?
That's fucking crazy. I thought you guys were doing 50-50 like Twitch did.
No,
95%
it's 95%
of every dollars we make.
So wait, when are you buying your Gabe Hoffman mansions, you rich motherfuckers?
Hey!
Second question, when are you buying my hats?
Like, maybe I'll finally cave and get the Medicare hat.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll finally give up on my life.
We'll buy the Medicare hat.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but no, I really have high hopes. And remember, it's not because of just the site itself. It's we know it's connected to Stake, and Stake they make beyond what you can even comprehend.
Dirty.
Whereas Twitch is still technically.
Well, Amazon backs them though, so it is.
True.
I don't know if they'll ever truly go under, but I don't know if they're profitable.
They're withering, man. Like Twitch is not doing well. Surprisingly, YouTube's doing okay. But yeah, I think honestly, Kick's probably the best shot at a competitor.
All right, well, let's get back into Ralph.
You gotta see. You shouldn't interrupt me. I'm kissing Kick's ass here. That's what gets you your brand deal.
Oh, Eddie, are you watching, Eddie?
Eddie, save us.
Eddie,
that's what he says. We got a sweet deal. You said real nice things about us.
send us the 100 subs.
Well, maybe we'll get the Medicare on Kick Arc now that he's learned it's 95% on the subs.
Yeah.
Print.
Yeah.
I mean, you would print on here.
You know, at first we were like, is it good? And now it's just like, this site rules. It rules. You know, there was one time, right, on the Halloween episode, where we, for the goal, we watched some show that ended up being copyright infringement. And the guy came on in chat, instead of just banning us, went, hey guys, will you stop playing that? And you have to erase the episode.
But
And
it was like a real human being that we were able to talk to that was
while we were
reasonable.
live.
Actual person.
Yeah.
While we were live, and I was like, do you mind if I stop the stream, download it, and delete it? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. He's like, pretty sure it's down like in like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, he gave us like 4 hours to
So
get
we
the
stopped
episode
it,
down.
downloaded the episode, so I got road and like all that stuff, and then yeah.
I just like to say how good I am at this because I've stretched 10 minutes of
Oh, you're amazing.
3 hours. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Jim. We appreciate it,
Great
buddy.
episode.
I was like, I'm like, he's gonna get right out of here after the gaming segment. I was like, he's gonna not give us our time. You've given us so much time.
And
It's been very
Oh,
generous.
Thank the doctors for the high-class goofballs.
Let's
They got you on the good shit.
And I'm gonna edit this with Flaked in a way where it's like
Actually,
multiple
I
videos.
looked into it. They got me on the Ronnie Ralph shit. Ronnie Ralph apparently was doing what? He was mainlining, injecting Dilaudid, but they put me on. They put me on Dilaudid pill form. So I've got that feeling that Ronnie had when he would ignore Ralph. I understand it, Ronnie.
Let's keep going. Bye ahead, everyone. Oh man.
What timestamp are we on?
We are on 10:09.
We're halfway through.
But by the way, I have about 6 fucking clip channel videos to edit now because it's so much topics.
Oh, there we go.
Just listen.
The grift never ends.
Never ends.
Grip that never ends.
Does anyone have thoughts on the reading from last week?
I'm ordering another round. I get discounts.
Alright guys, so we're doing Boss Man Jack again. We did an introductory segment to Boss Man Jack, but at this point, for most people in chat, he needs no introduction because I've seen a lot of you fuckers in Boss Man Jack's chat hanging out. You're in the rat pack, I suppose.
Let's go.
All the rats trying to underman Boss Man on his grind to get the Honda Civic.
So wait, we were mentioned on the last app. We did this, right? He was kind of pissed off.
Well, we sent a raid to Boss Man. We sent all our viewers. Tin Omen sent him a 5-sub juicer. Everybody was really supportive. And then in the Discord, they told Boss Man we were a rat channel that hates Boss Man.
No. It's okay. They said that before.
Yeah.
And then we sent the raid. And then he was like, thanks, guys. But don't you hate me?
But no,
And he
we love,
was sketched out.
we
He was
love
sketched.
Boss Man. Boss Man's been creating some of the best content.
Yeah.
So everybody knows Boss Man is on that grind for the Honda Civic. And finally, the opportunity struck for him to get the Honda Civic. We're going to see here a huge Boss Man Jack win.
W, ring it up.
Let's
Watch
ring
it.
up this Boss Man Jack dub.
Yep.
Here we
let's do
go.
it. Let's
This is
do
from
it.
Boss Man Crack on YouTube. Go subscribe to Boss Man Crack
On
today.
YouTube.
He's got the best Boss Man clips. All of the big wins from Boss Man on
Let's
Boss
go.
Man Crack.
And look
This
at him.
channel specializes in Boss Man's wins.
He's